I'm Yeah! Welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. We've got a great show tonight. We've got a whole bunch of people, well, at least my co-host is waiting in the wings. We're going to be talking about the Mavic Mini 3. And then later on, we're going to talk about this organization that I'm starting to work with, where they outsource, where, if you're not very good at video editing or making thumbnails, you get outsource your videos to this organization, and they could come up with some really nice videos for it, hopefully. But I will know more about it, but I'm going to show you some of the thumbnails they have made for me. So before I bring in Mr. Chuck, it's time to, let's do some one-liners. I'm just going to randomly pull out some, okay, this is on Growing Old. I'm so old, when I go to a cafe to order a 3-minute boiled egg, they want my money up front. No, Chuck did that one. So, well, first you forget names, then you forget faces. Next you forget to pull up your fly, and finally you forget to pull them down. That's a fly, Chuck. Gotta explain it. Oh, Vidar Lurvag. Welcome all the way from Norway. Okay, I'm a 3 times a night man. That's toilet light is hardly ever off. I was at an ATM machine yesterday when a little old lady asked if I could check her balance. So I pushed her over. When I was a boy, the said that the Dead Sea was only sick. The only reason I've taken up jogging is so I can hear heavy breathing again. An archaeologist is the best husband a woman could have. The older she gets, the more interesting he is in her. Okay, this is on happiness. I'd give my right arm to be ambidextrous. Hey, I mean, look at the drummer from Def Leppard. But, hey, wait a minute, he's all right now. Arriving at work today, a clown opened the door for me. I thought, that's a nice gesture. So yesterday or the day before, we just found out Jesse Smollett's going to prison. So now he can finally get his foot long. All right, enough with the jocularity. Let's get this show on the road, and let's bring in my co-host all the way from Liverpool, New York. It is Chuck Kovac.
Hey,
welcome, Chuck.
Hey, Art. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
I like your backdrop. A little Ukrainian.
Well, thank you.
I've been avoiding the news.
That's probably good for you, but
it is good for
me. I have that Sunday show. I kind of need to know what's going on.
Yeah, I just stick my head in the sand and try not to think about it.
Yep.
Flew the Mavic 3
It's kind of like
yesterday.
the guy who has his head in the oven and the other in the refrigerator, and on the whole, he's doing just fine.
I flew the Mavic 3
All right, let's
yesterday.
say hello to the folks in the chats. We've got Northside, Hawk Drone and Tech, Drone Rob. Hey, Rob, good to see you. And Crypto Man 5000. You know what I need to... Crypto Man 5000! That's like Mystery Theater 3000. Okay. Then we got Bill Hooper Outdoors, Steven Drones. And then we got Alan of Drone Views Media. And then I saw Sergio of Fly Zone Drones. Sergio, I just started to watch the video of your build on the Tiny Hawk 2 freestyle, the rebuild, I mean.
Yeah,
Then we have Grant,
earlier.
Mr. Stay Drunk.
I haven't watched that yet.
Yes.
I flew it.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Let's say hello to Jerry Bauer and Vidar Lervag all the way from Norway. And then we have Robert Glazer, Trevor Fuss from the land down under. And then I saw way at the beginning, Russell Glarum. And then I noticed that Jim Beauchart was #1. He had been in hours ago.
Yeah,
So,
and then he got bumped
yep.
off the live chat. I hate when that happens. That happens, if you start your live chat too soon, you post something, it'll drop off.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, they don't stick around. Sometimes you have to wait till the closer to when the show starts. This is a drone shot.
Stephen Drones is from Plainfield, Connecticut. I think I sort of know where that is. I think is that near Stamford, Connecticut? That's where my ancestors came from. They came from England, and they were one of the founders of Stamford, Connecticut.
Well, you know what's funny about Connecticut? No matter where you are in Connecticut, you're never really far from anybody else in Connecticut.
That's true.
It's only about 90 minutes across the state. I went there on a job interview once, and I had a friend living down in the lower corner of the state. And seriously, Art, it was like an hour and a half to go from one corner to the other.
Yep.
Yeah, it was no big deal.
Oh, what if you live in Delaware, Rhode Island?
Similar,
like,
right?
Honey, I'm going to the store. Well, you're like at the county line, state line. The county line is the state line.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it's very easy in New England to hop 3 states in like an hour and a half. If you cut along the corner there, you can hit like Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine like in under an hour. Just boom, boom, boom. Clip right through them. Kind of fun.
Then when you go west, you got these big states and one with the fewer counties, like Wyoming. The whole west half of Wyoming is one big friggin' county. Same with Nevada. All the little counties are like right down there by Las Vegas.
Lori and I have been looking at Alaska, and holy crap, talk about a big state.
Yep.
We go to Alaska, we'll spend a week there, and we'll see like 1/1000th of the state, I think. But
all right, I want to say hello to Angela, Lost Girl Adventures.
She is.
Welcome to the show.
So where's the birthday boy? Captain Ray.
Oh, Captain Ray, yeah.
It's his birthday.
So he's probably out on his boat today.
Maybe. It's getting a little late. Although this is the last early night, we have to flip the clock back an hour in a little while here in the States anyway. You guys over on the other side of the Atlantic and so on, I think you don't do it. And then a handful of states like Hawaii, Arizona,
Indiana.
There's 3. Are there any more?
I think those are the only ones.
I heard some trivia on the radio. I think it's legit that there are 2 guys to blame for daylight savings time in the United States. First is Benjamin Franklin.
Right.
And then the second is Richard Nixon.
Oh.
In 1973, he's the one who made daylight savings time a thing. Which when that course...
that was due to wasn't it during the energy crisis?
73 would have been during the energy crisis if I barely recall because I didn't have a license. My parents had to suffer with buying gas on odd and even days based on license plates and crap like that. So I don't. Yeah, the good day that could be coming back. Hope not. Ooh.
Hey, I want to say hello to Cleve Tidwell, formerly of Colorado. I think he's Cleve. Are you still in Japan, or are you back in the States? I know he lives part time in Japan, and then he comes back here. And Charles Galuski and John Flying Flynn Media. Good to see
Flying
you.
Flynn. Flying Flynn. Flying Flynn.
Yep.
Can't say that fast.
He's not the Flim Flam man.
Not the Flim Flam, but the Flynn Flam.
Yeah.
The Flynn Flying Flam.
Oh, he's in Colorado right now. Cool.
Something in this water.
Cool. So went and got my business bank account set up, and the guy, his last name is Ojara, so he's of Irish descent. And we were talking about Ireland, and I told him about your channel. I said, go check out the Vaction.
Thanks.
And he wrote, how you spell that?
How you spell it? Yeah. Nobody can ever spell it. I'm just going to hand out QR codes. Just like, hand out QR codes. I think it's easier.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Like the one on the sticker you can barely see up here. Barely right there. But I've been handing out stickers when I go places. Here, I have a sticker. QR
there you go.
Yeah. But no, thanks, Art. Yeah. Well, I think Alaska's on the books. We're working on the details. So yeah, probably awesome. Alaska. I think that'd be cool.
Boy. That and Delaware are the only two states I haven't been to.
Well, Alaska's on our list of ones that we haven't seen yet, but I mean, we've been. Well, first we're getting the core stuff set up with where to stay, the vehicle, and the airfare, and then we'll start booking stuff because, oh my God, there's so many cool things to do there.
Right.
Not just flying this thing around.
There you go. So tell us, you finally flew that. So what did you do? You just got 8 satellites and then bumped it up, and
I got 8 satellites, and then I popped it up in the air, and I went up about it switched back to meters on me again, so it was like 20 or so meters in the air, which is about 60 or 70 feet basically, and then hovered, and then all of a sudden I went click, 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 boop, 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 like populated with satellites, and home point was locked, and I had 18 satellites at one point. Awesome. I was like, holy crap! It's like, my God, it can lock satellites. So I don't know why. Maybe it needs nothing around it. But they drop easily too. That's the problem.
From what I understand, it's a firmware issue. So probably down the road they'll have that bug taken. Hey, we got James, my PI Dream, in the chat. Well,
there he is.
He's probably scarfing down those waffles.
Yeah,
enjoying that new bottle of
maple
syrup that he got from one of his visitors.
Yeah, and the Beatles mug was cool too.
Yeah, that looked cool. Yeah.
The was it a Virginia mug? Was the other mug?
Yeah, the Virginia. Speaking of Virginia, a year ago today we lost a really nice guy in the drone community, Rick Halber. So he will be sorely missed. Really great guy. So it's Clyde's Pastries. Oh boy, I had a Long John cream filled for breakfast today because I was out of cereal. So I ran to the grocery store and got a cream fill plus my cereal, and got all my shopping done. Came back, been home all day because I can't afford to drive anywhere.
Oh, it's too bad.
Yep, got it. Well, luckily I opened up a business account. Now I can afford it. I could get a business gas card now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You should see how much it costs to rent a vehicle in Alaska. Holy snot.
Oh boy. Mm-hmm.
I have never seen rental car prices so high as they are now.
Oh, I know. When I went
Oh my
down to
God.
Florida last year, it was impossible to get cars.
I got one reserved for a week. Well, yeah, 9 days.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. Say ouch.
Hello, John Bonenfant. Good to see you.
Johnny Akira show.
Oh, we got TJ Grady, Anubis Art.
Oh yeah,
Haven't
TJ's in
seen
too. Yeah,
him
he
in a
just
long
popped
time.
in.
Good to see you.
Yep. So, um, who's in the
And the
house?
super chats are open. So let me see if this. Hey, it worked right off the bat. That's
Look at that.
good.
Look at that. You have 23 in the chat, give or take. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Mavic 3, maybe they'll get that sorted out. And then I think that's really important to DJI to get that fixed because not just making me happy, but it will help with the other topic of discussion this evening, and that being the Mini 3. Because the Mini 3
Yes.
prospective buyers are probably watching the Mavic 3 closely to see how this satellite debacle is going to kind of work out.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of Mavic 3 owners probably want a Mini 3, kind of like I do, because, well, I don't really want one, but we're going to need one if we want to be able to use it with the RC Pro.
Yes.
I don't think they're going to put...
thank you, TJ.
Wow,
Thank
nice.
you very much. Let's keep this train going.
Because I don't think they're going to put I don't think they're going to put the Mini 2 on the RC Pro as much as many people like me would like them to.
Right.
So what do we know about the Mini 3? We don't know a lot.
Let me
There's we don't know a lot.
Share what I've got. Okay.
There it is. Yeah, we suspect others were talking about this. They're saying that things have to be intentionally distorted to be able to share them. That's why things look kind of like ArtCo Modern Life-ish, I'll call it. But does that picture scroll down a little bit for the Mini 3 there, Art, in the lower right corner? Just to show more the gimbal, or is that it?
Let me take care of it.
Is that it? There it is. So don't you find that odd that the gimbal almost looks fixed, like on the left and right sides, or is that just a guard right there and the right? Yeah,
right here, and
yeah, it almost looks like a Spark gimbal where it can only go up and down. It can't go like it's two axes.
You see my cursor there?
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
see your
cool.
cursor. Yeah. So I mean, we know it's gonna it'll move in the Y direction, up down. In fact, it looks like it'll turn all the way up. Hey, there's Bill.
Yeah.
Bill knows all about this. Bill was talking about it on Drone Therapy, for that matter.
Cool. Hey, Bill.
Bill's actually
Good to see you.
pretty well versed. Bill, I think I told you, man, if I pop the drone up about 60 or 70 feet in the air, I all of a sudden would go from 8 to like 18 satellites in a very short period of time. So it makes a big difference to get a little bit of altitude and clear trees and crap. So that was good. But anyway, yeah, so this thing, I don't know, man. I mean, it's like, I can't imagine the gimbal being just two axis. That doesn't seem like they would do that, especially for this thing that they call the Pro. I mean, you would think it would have a full-on gimbal. Look, Bill's full of info tonight, see?
Yep.
I think Bill thinks the Mini 3's been pushed back because of the Mavic 3 satellite issues.
Yes.
Is that right, Bill, or is it something else?
So they're talking about the release date might be the second quarter in 22.
Yeah. So
That'd probably be April, maybe.
Thinking more towards May. I don't think it's gonna be as soon.
Hello, Luis Hurtado. Good to see you.
FPV
And
cinematic hybrid. Interesting.
I got my ArtCo
Here.
tumbler.
Cheers. You have Coca-Cola in yours, don't you?
Yep.
I have hydrogen ×2 with oxygen.
Oh, there you go. Same here.
Well, you have some
take
of that
one
in
of those small plastic cups, and I'd fill them up with water, put them in the freezer, and I get a nice big ice cube to put in the tumbler.
Yep. I like to drink stuff that's bipolar.
And we got the View Chaser. Welcome to the show.
So who in the chat's gonna get a All right, I don't want to call it a Mavic Mini. It's just the Mini 3. Who's gonna grab a Mini 3? And if you're gonna get a Mini 3, why are you gonna get? If you have a Mini 2, why are you gonna get the Mini 3? What do you think it's gonna have that's gonna make you happier with the Mini 3?
Unless it's got a better camera, and maybe it's got obstacle avoidance.
I would think they have to offer up obstacle avoidance in order to compete with the Joneses, being Autel.
Well, and this controller here.
Ooh, that's going to piss off some Mavic 3 people that don't. The Mavic 3 guys that don't have the RC Pro are going to be a little salty about that, I think.
Well, I don't know if this is going to be an R3 Pro. It might
it's
be
not an RC Pro.
like
I mean, it's going to be the base remote with a screen.
Right.
So it's going to be like an in-betweener. And
yeah, kind of like with the Autel Evo. Those had a little tiny screen on their controller.
Yeah. So it's a step up from, like, remember the Mavic 2 Pro controller and the Mavic Pro controller had telemetry? It had telemetry on. Well, you have a.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yeah. So that was pretty good. So the screen takes it up a notch. Yeah. So I wonder.
Yeah, so I think that's what.
If you buy a Mini 3 and you get that remote control, I wonder if you could pair it up with your Mavic 3.
That might be interesting.
Yeah. Maybe.
Hey, Bill Ronaine, Uncle Bill's Toys, good to see you. And Maddie's Drone World, good to see you.
View Chaser has an Air 2, and that's all he needs.
Yeah.
Wow, you are strong. The force is strong with that one. Because me, I was like, I'm not going to get a Mavic 3. I don't need that.
Yeah,
yeah. Like, I don't need a Mavic 3 at all.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah.
Crap, I see.
The only way I'll get a Mini is through the police auction website, because now I'm discovering if I get some of these drones, there might be some video already on there that I could, and that's more new content right there.
Akira Show, yeah. Well, that's the bonus of getting them, because they don't clean them out. Akira Show, you're right. The camera should be better on the Mini 3. I don't know if it's going to be night and day better, but it'll be a little bit. The sensor should be larger. Oh, nice. That's a good one. Nice, James.
And the nice thing about if I could pick up a Mini 2, then I could use my smart controller will work on it.
You can.
Yep.
And that was one of the reasons I wasn't going to get the Mavic 3, because the smart controller controlled my Mavic 2 Pros and my Mini, which was Mini 2, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eat more possum.
Yeah,
How you doing?
Hey, Mark. Hey, good to see you. And, yeah, eat more possum.
Hey, I was going through some channels that for some reason I wasn't getting notifications on. I was kind of poking around, and I'm like, not only did I not have notification bell wrong, but in many cases I was unsubscribed.
Ooh, yeah,
What's up with
I've
that
noticed
crap?
that too.
Yeah, I had to go through and like click on a bunch of guys again.
Hmm.
So I don't get it. I don't get it. Damn you, YouTube.
All right. I think we're done with it. So let's get back to us.
So
Unless you got some more
no, there's not.
info on that.
It's no, I mean I suspect there are three things that I think it will have that the Mini 2 does not. I suspect it will have decent-alike because it should, because the Mini 2 should. When you,
Right.
if you want a color grade, I mean, not that the normal profile is terrible, but to be proper, it should have that. It'll have a bigger sensor, probably a half-incher. That's my guess. It might fly longer. Maybe.
Yeah, could be
That'll
better
be
battery.
interesting. Maybe. I mean, the Mini and the Mini 2 you can use mini batteries in a Mini 2, I think. But not Mini 2 batteries in a Mini. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see what they do with the battery. And well, that's the big stuff. OcuSync 3 probably.
I don't know if you could see this,
I can,
but it
barely.
says that some of the specs rumored,
Carbon
like new
fiber
aerodynamic
skeleton.
design, carbon fiber skeleton,
That'll save weight.
downward slanted arms, larger propellers, longer flight time, flight controller ISP codec, and neural engine on a single chip, large camera sensor, forward, backward, and downward optical sensors, USB-C and micro SD, extended battery, and under 249.
That's
RAM.
the key right there. It's going to stay under 250, which is great for all of us. UK in particular at the moment, where they're pretty strict with where you can fly if you're over 250, well 250 or higher grams. It's tough over there.
Yeah.
I had some issues, but nothing. I didn't get in trouble for anything, but it was tough to keep distance. Although, that's the other thing with the Mavic 3 with that zoom, use that zoom lens. Holy crap, man! Like the native 7x zoom camera. I hope they do some stuff to pick that one up, because that thing's awesome. That way, like, say you're in the UK, you can put it in 7x zoom and get some pretty good stuff from far away. Pretty cool.
I want to say hello to JSK Enterprise, Warren Acura Show,
A neural engine, yeah,
Jack
Charles.
Rabbit FPV. And then we have Mike Night Train FPV. Good
We
to
did
see
sneak
you.
in. Check Mike out.
Been a while.
Yep. He snuck in. My headphone cable on. Oh, I went blurry there for a minute.
Yeah, you did.
I got blurred out. Don't know what happened. My camera's crooked too. That's kind of pissing me off. I have to do something about that later.
There we go.
Where you going?
I had to move my camera down, Scotia. It looked like I was sitting way down here.
Fun for the whole family. So, yeah, and the new lighting's working pretty good too.
Yeah. Yeah, and the lighting that I've got, I changed it a little bit. I changed the temperature and the intensity.
Me too. In fact, these lights came with like a diffuser that mounts about 2 inches away from the panel to give it more of like a light box kind of feel.
Oh, okay.
But it was still too harsh. So there's a white Covaxion t-shirt draped over it to soften it a little more. Nothing works like a Covaxion t-shirt to fix your lighting.
There you go. There you go.
It works great. Gotta get creative, man. So if you see smoke in the room, it's because the shirt caught on fire, and I'll probably have to, No, it doesn't get that hot. It doesn't get hot at all. It's cool though. The lights came in 2 sets, and like the remote control, you can control them both from one remote. Change the color and the intensity. Everything syncs up. Pretty cool. Me likey. I think they'll be good. We'll see how long they last.
Oh, Bill wants to know if you laundered it.
Of course I did. Good question though. You'd be like, no, I didn't.
So in a little over 2 weeks, I will be down in sunny Florida.
Is it
for
that
the big
soon?
drone meetup. Yep. So
that's soon. Bill, I'm still living. That's fine.
So I gotta add an extra day to my vacation. I'm still trying to do that through my. We use ADP, so I have to
Us too.
request a time off, and because my plane gets to Denver at 11:30 p.m. There's no way I'm gonna go to work on 3 hours of sleep.
Ooh. Yeah. Art, it's crazy windy here right now.
Yeah, it's windy here too. So, from what I understand, that you guys might be in for a polar vortex or something.
We were supposed to get up to 10 inches of snow overnight through today, but it never really happened. But now it's dropped down to 19 degrees and it's super windy. I cooked steak though. We had steak tonight. It was awesome. Lit up the grill. Got it up to 600 degrees. Threw a couple of tenderloins on there. And, some big potatoes.
Sorry, Mike.
Asparagus.
Ooh,
anyway, yeah, we ate good tonight. So I'm all fueled up for a couple hours.
Cool. Drone Life RC, good to see you.
Yeah, bro. Same here, man. Like the Wizard of Oz. On the bike.
We had another really cold cold front come through here, and they made it sound like we were going to get a lot of snow, and we ended up only getting a ½ inch where I live, but we set a record of 7 below.
32 Celsius, that's cooking, man.
Yeah. It's what, 70-something degrees?
32 is like 80-something.
Oh.
32
yeah,
C
right.
to F. Yeah, almost 90 degrees.
Ooh.
It's cooking, man.
Wow.
Toasty.
Bill Hooper is in Ontario. All right.
Yeah, probably not a good night to fly the Mavic anything. Maybe an FPV drone can. FPV drones are pretty strong. They could go through. A lot of those could cut through it, but yeah, it's blustery here.
Yeah, if you get 5 inch or bigger, yeah, it'll cut through that.
I haven't even.
But these little mini whoops, oh, you can't. Nope, not on a windy day.
No.
They're more for indoor. Unless you got like a freestyle drone. But even that's a little light.
Can't get the card out of them. There we go. No. I'm going to have to start using that tape trick.
Vidar wants to know if that's a snowman left of you in the background.
It is. It's from, they still have the winter rug thrown, or winter, not rug, blankie. The winter blankie's on the sofa right
Bill says it's 83. Oh, God.
I can't get the SD card out of the Mavic 3. It's stuck.
Oh, you got to push on.
I did. Need tweezers. Need tweezers.
Yep. Oh, no, I didn't, Cleve. It's still in Lake Arbor. So hopefully, there you go.
Got her.
When the weather gets warmer and I get a hold of someone with either a paddle board or maybe a kayak. I've got one of those fishing magnets, and then get some. I know the location of where it landed, so all they have to do is a little grid pattern, just drop it down there and go a few feet and
fuzzles.
Bump it, and hopefully it'll get it on one of the motors, or most likely it landed jelly side up, so that the bottom, I think, I'm not sure, I think the Mavic Air had a metal bottom. I'm not sure if it's ferrous though. Not sure
the Air, and yeah, there's I don't know what kind of metal it is, but the Mavic 3 also has metal on the bottom. That gray, the shiny stuff.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thanks, Cleve. It's over at the west end of the lake, over by the pavilion area, just to the east of that, right offshore, about 25 feet offshore.
So you're gonna go hunting for it?
You know what? I bet it's a red drone. It's probably green by now.
Probably, but it'd be nice to get the SD card. The SD card could still be okay.
Yeah, that could be. Unfortunately,
it's fresh water, right? It's fresh water.
Yes, it is.
So it has a chance.
But the problem is, I didn't have the camera on.
Oh,
but
you don't have any footage? No.
It might have the logs on it though. Hey Jordan, I saw Jordan. Jordan's the guy that he's the guy that's helping me with this outsourcing company, and I think I saw Daryl. Daryl and Jordan. We're part of the flight club, and we go flying out at Adams County Fairground, and hopefully soon we'll have some good weather. Most likely it'll be in April when we'll start flying out there again. It's a cool place to fly.
Yeah, I was just peeking at some of the stuff I took with the Mavic 3 the other day just for fun.
Right.
It's some still shots that are kind of neat. Could show you.
That would be a good idea, Bill, but he lives in the Seattle area. I'm here in Denver. Yes, that's right. Flight Club. Not Fright Club or...
Not the Fright Club, but the Flight Club.
Yep.
Fight Club, Flight Club. So, where the hell is Beauchart? He came in really early and he vanished?
Oh, he was like early in the day. Like hours ago.
Well, he's been busy creating. That guy's been doing some stuff out there.
That's good. Did you?
Him. I gotta watch Old Man Periwinkle get arrested. I haven't watched that one yet. I went to click on it. I was busy and I had to turn it off. And I wanted to go back and it was gone. I gotta find it again because it didn't just. Oh, I gotta see that one. 44 miles per hour. Damn. Yeah, that's blustery.
Get these on my Teespring.
Yours looks different than mine. Is it the same?
Yeah, it's got that neat.
Yeah, the clear top. I kind of wish that was black on them, but they're clear because they're like the yeah, that's what I'm not using the top on mine, but yes. Yeah, the ArtCo one came out really nice, dude.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Bill Coast to Coast Drones made that logo for
my my logo came from my literature dude, who also was a painter on the side, but he did mine for me.
cool.
I gave it to him on a napkin art. I said, "This is what I'm thinking, Steve." This guy's name's Steve. I was like, "You think you can turn this into something for me?" He's like, "Yeah, I think I could do something with that."
No, the first rule of the flight club is don't crash.
It's always, there were a few videos back about, remember, it was about over a year and a half ago, and I used to say it was a good day if you didn't crash your drone. I said that on a bunch of videos, and somebody said, "Oh, that's like your catchphrase now," so I dropped it. But it's a good day if you don't crash your drone. But that's still true. That is truth. Because I think we've all crashed at some point. It's almost like inevitable. It's not a matter of if, it's when. And it's usually something really stupid, too. Anyways. Holy cow. What was that? What did he play? What's Aerodrone? I don't know that one.
Oh, I don't either. I use
Liftoff?
Beta Flight. No, not. The name of the. I use. Listen. I think it is Beta Flight. Yeah, that's.
DJI had one for their
DJI has one.
But it only works on Apple iOS. They never finished it for Android. It's so weird.
Bob Casey. Welcome.
Here's Bob. Hey, Bob.
And we got Have Drone Will Fly.
Yeah, Daryl, don't crash, man. It's overrated. When I was flying the Mavic 3 yesterday, I had to go up through a tree canopy to get up and out. So I had to go by the twigs of death. That was a little bit unsettling because the drone, I don't really have good confidence flying yet. It still makes me a little nervous, and it flies kind of scrappy. You know what I mean by scrappy? It zips around.
Hey, Ken. Hello. Good to see you. Mr.
Place it there or place it here?
Yep, place it here.
Or place it there. Here, there, everywhere. Chris. His bearded
the Sergi or the Toto brothers have a good video up on repairing your Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle.
Is that the link? That's the link I think that Michael sent over.
Yeah, he sent it to me.
Private message?
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I just started to watch it earlier today, and then I saved it. So I'll watch the rest of it later.
I might have to do a video on the setting up of these lights because it was a little weird. The instructions kind of weren't the greatest. And I'm not a big instruction guy anyway. I mean, like a lot of people kind of tease me about it. I'm like, when all else fails, read the instructions. So things weren't going well, so I read the instructions. And I'm like, these suck. I went back to, I'm like, okay. They were a little helpful, but not really great. So I'm like, okay, back to improvising.
There you go.
That worked. Sometimes it's more fun to just figure it out. It took longer, but it just... Lori was at work anyway, so I had a couple hours to kill, so I just messed
There
it
you
up.
go.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, so 3D printer, huh? Nice. I've been resisting.
So I stumbled, I think somebody sent me this video that somebody made a 3D printed thing where you could put an FPV camera and the receiver in a housing, and you could put it on like one of your RC cars.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool is that?
Well, you've filmed. You've had a camera mounted on RC.
Yeah, what I did is I had one of the. I think it was an Emax Easy Flight, that it didn't work. The camera worked, but every time I go to fly it, the camera just goes out on it.
Yeah.
So what I did is I took off the front motors and the housing, and then I just use a big rubber band to hold it on to my my little RC car that I have.
I still have my RC, my Team Associated, what was it, RC Pro?
Right.
Championship Edition. I still have that thing.
Oh, thank you, Vidar.
It'd be fun to put a
Thank you
camera
very
on.
much.
That'd be fun to put a camera
Okay,
on.
now we're on the delay one.
What happened?
8. There we go. Takes about 15 seconds.
A gallon of fuel. What is a
Yep.
gallon of fuel for you right now, Art?
It is 389 here.
For 87 octane?
The
cheap stuff.
No, this is for regular. Hey,
regular
I want to welcome
octane.
one of the Flight Club members all the way from Thornton, Colorado. Let's welcome Jordan. Hello, hello. Good to see you, sir.
Hey, Jordan.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good.
All right. This is my first time on a live ever.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you were here last week, but you were like right before we were shutting down. So
that's right. You came in like right at the last couple of seconds, right? When Art was gonna like flip the switch off. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. So how you guys doing? I've been listening in for a little bit. Daryl should be watching too. What's up, Daryl? We were just out doing a commercial today. We were flying at a car mechanics. We were able to fly his FPV drone inside, doing a test run, and we've got a gig next on the 2nd to fly do a one-time through flight for him. So cool. It was a busy day today. But one of the things Art invited me on to talk with you guys about is one of the really cool things about being a drone pilot is capturing all this awesome footage. But I've been on a quest trying to find out what to do with that awesome footage once I get it. And Art and I might have figured out a way. We're working on it, and we'll put together a presentation for you guys next week. We'll just show off a couple of teasers. I think you showed off those logos you made earlier.
I'm going to show them right now. Let's see, where did I put them? Hold on, let me.
Yeah, we've got some cooler ones coming too. So we've got a lot of things in the works on that.
All right, I think I could.
I figured you were talking about editing, but you're not.
Let's.
Oh, yeah, it will be editing as well. Yeah. Like it would be you. I'm not 100% sure, but every. Like oh, look at.
There we
that's
go.
Old school. That when I learned how to edit, that's what I had to work on, a big board and turning your fingers and dials.
Yeah, but the what's old is new again, because they're not cutting up tape anymore. This is all digital, but the wheel, man, makes editing a joy. I can get right to the gnat's ass. I can cut stuff.
That's awesome.
I do like it, but anyway, that's Da Vinci.
Yeah, my big thing was I wanted to outsource it. I did all my my videos, and you guys can totally check out my channel too. Shameless plug for K2 Kid. Art, if you want to throw a link in the chat or something for us later.
Sure, I could do that.
So after doing that for like 2 years, I decided I didn't want to do my own editing anymore. So I started looking for people to do it for me. Found a great service that I partnered with, and hopefully we'll be able to like streamline just getting you guys your videos that are just sitting dead on a hard drive someplace. Get them out there where the world can see them. You know, maybe even help you put them on a a sell site where you sell your drone footage, stock footage site.
Oh, I just subbed up. I think I just shared the right channel, didn't I? I hope I did. K2 Kid? K2 KIDD? youtube.com/C/K2 Kid.
Yeah, that's my channel. And all it is I love flying my drone, and I wanted to be able to share that awesome footage with the world.
As we all do.
So, right.
Yeah.
So every good business is based on a pinch point that you found that you're trying to fix. So
it's true.
Right.
Yeah, the pinch point you speak of, though, is something that is part of the process that I thoroughly enjoy doing, but it does take a lot of time. So I could see where outsourcing the editing could be helpful to a lot of people, because I see a lot of drone footage that core drone footage is good, but the editing is crap. And I don't mean to pick on people, but I do anyway, because you got to cut the scrappy bits out, right? And a lot of people don't want to take the time to do that. They just don't. And so they put this crap on YouTube and think everybody, oh, it's really great, everybody's gonna love it.
Yep.
No, sorry.
Right.
So that's where you come in. That's where you come in, and you can take somebody's footage and turn it into. Now, how do you guys handle? Oh, maybe I'm stealing the thunder. If I am, you can stop me at any time. But it's
in development. We're actually under advisement. So please advise away.
Well, no, I'm just wondering. Okay, as a creator, right? Sometimes I think about my shots. Sometimes I just get a bunch of good shots, and then I figure out the story later. So it kind of depends. But normally I have something in here. I'm thinking okay, I want to get this and this and this and put it together and make the story. So if somebody gives you a bunch of good clips, then do they have to tell you the story up front? Do they give you a storyboard, or do you just kind of do something for them?
So you're right. You're kind of in the meat of the idea of where the secret sauce is coming from right now.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, we can stop. I figured that's the part of that's why I don't want to hand my stuff over. It's because
right. So imagine if even that part was automated, and you could tell us the area that you recorded. We know the history of that area, right? We can find that on Wikipedia. So if you want, right, we could just do an AI voiceover that's reading Wikipedia, the duration of your video, right? And we'll cut out the good parts, right? We won't say population size 19,000.
Right.
So we could work out that vision with you afterwards. The digital era is opening up, and I also do NFTs. So at some point they're going to move off of JPEGs and into video.
Oh, wait. NFT, what is? I don't think everybody.
Yeah, you'll have to explain to the newbie here.
Yeah. My bad. All right.
No, it's okay. A lot of you're so comfortable with it, you use acronyms, and I'm guilty of that as an engineer from time to time too. But we don't know what NFT is. I don't.
Right. So an NFT is a non-fungible token written on the blockchain. So using blockchain technology, you're able to record
Chuck, do you know what blockchain is?
No.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Where's
start
Crypto Man? He was here in the chat a little while ago.
Yeah,
it's part of the cryptocurrency.
This stuff is all really, really new to me. So it's interesting.
Art is actually the man. He's making money off Shiba Inu. He's been making money for a minute. He's a crypto trader himself.
Yeah, right.
Crypto.
I
had no idea Art was a crypto
he's
king.
Part of the seedy underbelly. Don't let him fool you guys. This guy is a mastermind.
I have 13080. It's not mining anything. All it does is render video.
Oh, yeah. No, you can repurpose that in a moment. We could put it on a micro hydro turbine up in the mountains. You could be mining cryptocurrency in your sleep.
Probably, I should let it do that when I'm not editing. I should let it be making me money.
Yeah.
Because YouTube's not making me any money. My channel's not much different in size from yours at the moment.
Oh,
so we're about the same.
Yeah. No, so that's actually part of the process. What we do for brands here locally, like this automotive dealer that I'm working with, he wants to show he can't handle any more business. His business is busy as hell. He can't get enough cars in and out of there fast enough, right? So what he's hiring me to do is make sure that the Uber driver that keeps dropping people off down the block has a video that he can send him and say, hey, this is how you get your customers to my store. So now we're just flying a drone down the street into his new parking lot and into his building. And then we're saying, hey guys, this is our new shop. Welcome here. And doing a quick tour with our drone. But what this does is it increases his brand recognition. And we do that with a lot of different local brands so that they kind of they pop. And this is a really good marketing tool for businesses of all kinds. I forgot where I was going in with that, but I came out with a good sales pitch.
Oh, that's
well. The drone footage. Although a lot of us, there are a lot of drones out there now. It's not as innovative as it was, but you can still do innovative stuff with drones, and you get that other perspective. You mix it in with ground cameras, and now you have some really sweet stuff to market with.
Yeah. If there's anybody in here that's like a severe entrepreneur that's got some capital that they want to jump in a business idea that's going to be the next big thing, like hit me up. There's big movements going on, not just in the crypto space, but in the technology space and in drones. I heard you guys mention a drone manufacturer that just popped up, Arrow. What was it? It was Arrow. You guys were talking about it when I was walking in, but the manufacturing of these, you're an engineer, you understand, right? Anybody's going to be able to build.
I'm an engineer. I understand that I don't understand everything.
Well, I mean,
sorry, I'm open to learning, but I don't understand everything.
Yeah, these drones, anybody can build these drones. Essentially the same, right? It's a frame with 4 motors. We do the software is where the real magic is at. And there's 10 to 20 startup software companies in the drone arena, like every month. I'm kind of tracking the software right now. I have a company that does aerial inspections. We did like the wind turbine farm inspections last year. We're trying to get a gig out in Iowa right now to have an M300 fly for 63 days straight, 15 hours a day.
Whoa.
It's a big bid, but our pilots will make like, I don't know, we're getting in over my head there. We're still waiting to get that bid, but
straight, like no nonstop, just always in the air.
Yeah. So this specific job, they supply you with an M300 and 12 batteries when you get there, and then you get your map, and they've got to fly it 3 times. It's in that government bid area that's kind of secretive. So the guy that got the bid isn't telling me any more details than that. But I'm pretty sure that's all of the drones they saw in.
Like the president, real softly.
You remember when they had all those drones in Colorado last year? And everybody was trying to figure out what they were. I'm pretty sure this is the gig for that operation in Iowa this year.
Hey, Michael. And Rigor Mortis, FPV, welcome to the show. We got a good crowd tonight. Hey, in about a minute, okay, everybody, get ready. We're about ready to have a drawing for the toffee giveaway.
So what's the word tonight?
The word is #candy.
I will start.
Alrighty, everybody, it's 6 o'clock. It's time to type in #candy. And then I've got this StreamYard. Oh, now Jimbo Shark shows up.
Just in time for the candy.
Yeah.
because he's probably sitting there at his computer singing, "I want candy."
Candy, doom, doom, doom.
Hey, am I allowed to enter this contest here?
Yeah, you can. Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, everybody's eligible.
You too, Daryl. If you want to pop just one time, guys.
Score.
Not like the old day where I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we've got the StreamYard giveaway tool, and what it does is it knocks out all the hashtag candy, Kai.
Yeah, Kai.
Lone Star UAV.
Date night.
He's the big tall guy, 7'1".
Yeah, something like that. He's a tall dude. Beauchart's doing date night. See, I told you, Art. He and I need to take turns so that
there you go.
Because Chuck needs a date night every now and again too.
All right, Michael Blade, go ahead and throw in hashtag candy. Okay, we're going to give you one more minute. Oh, he's 7 foot even. Okay.
He's shrinking? Dude's got about 1.5 feet on me.
Hey, does it count if you put hashtag candy more than once?
No, because it'll filter it out.
Yeah, it's cool. It's actually a really cool setup.
Do you have to put exactly hashtag candy? So if they put hashtag space candy, does it still work?
I don't think so. I think it just has to be all one letter.
Hey, you guys hear that? I saw a couple of you guys. Go back, put hashtag candy.
Smush it all together.
And
righty.
Daryl, drop the link to my YouTube channel too. Hey guys,
I don't see where
we need a whole bunch more subscribers on our YouTube channel.
All right, guys. Okay, we're closing the window. The window's now closed. We are about to do the giveaway. Let's go ahead.
23 entries. Check that out. Oh!
Chuck, you're the big winner.
Wow.
Congratulations.
I was wondering if I was going to have to... Wow, sweet. Literally. I love talking.
Congratulations, Chuck.
Wow, man.
I have your address.
Wow, cool.
Cool.
I've been craving that stuff.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, the dark chocolate with almonds, where it's at. That's really awesome.
Hey,
cool.
Guys, we got a couple people in the chat demanding a recount.
That's right. I finally had the magnet at the right spot. No, you can't take it away. I finally got it at the right spot. Like, yeah, it's rigged, Grant. That's funny. Oh, it's funny.
Well, we got a few more few more giveaways this month, but April 2nd, no show unless Captain Ray or one of the other guys from that lives in Florida will let me do a remote from their place.
Ooh,
I could do a show there. So that'll be interesting. I could show you all the little fishies that I've caught so far.
You bringing your fillet knife to? Oh, well, you gonna check a bag?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have all my fishing gear in.
Yeah, you need your fillet knife and stuff if you're gonna fillet.
No, I'm not bringing that with me.
No.
No. I'm sure Captain Ray's probably got one.
Oh, Ray'll have one, yeah. Because that's a tough thing to haul with you.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe in the suitcase you could if you marked it and everything, make sure people, because you don't want anybody to get hurt if they go through the suitcase or anything and that kind of stuff. But...
So yeah, I'll have at least 3 fishing poles and moors and hooks and all that neat stuff.
Hey guys, I'm gonna head out. I appreciate you guys letting me drop a little.
Hey, thanks for popping in, Jordan.
Yeah.
Did you pick up a couple of subs
next week when we got something to show you guys?
That sounds pretty cool.
Okay,
Did you
cool.
pick up a couple of subs? Great. Let's see. Did you? Oh, look at that! You got 9 of them.
Sweet. Hey, thank you guys. Thanks for
checking us out. Picked up 9 subs. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, congratulations.
He's gonna go right by me.
You're on the right channel.
We'll bring you up with it. We'll get our channel on you guys's too.
You're awesome. Nice. Anyway, yeah, nice seeing you. That's a cool idea.
That's cool.
Seriously, there are a lot of people that don't want to edit, and if there's like we know that like was it Filmora does like the AI thing, isn't it? Filmora does AI, but I still think you need a bit of a human element in there. So
yeah,
to have stuff like that available.
Well, and to me, videography, it's that's art. It's got to come from the heart and your talent.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. But not.
It's kind of like saying, "Hey, here's a hunk of marble. Go ahead, make me something, and I'll put my name on."
There are travel vlogger channels out there, like Tim and Finn, that have somebody else do all their editing. It's a dude, I think he's in South Africa or something.
Right.
And they must know him very well because the stories work. But that's got to be really tough to overcome the disconnect because, like you were saying, like, and I know this for all of us personally is like, I get all my footage and I like, okay, I'm going to create a story now. What do I want to do? And then I want to narrate it. Or maybe I want Lori to do some narrating at some point, but it's like, so it's like painting. I'm not going to give the canvas to somebody else and say, here, paint this for me. Here's what I'm thinking. Just going to do it. So anyway, yeah. So, but it's possible. And for a large number of people that don't want to edit, it'll work for them. They'll end up with a good something solid at the end that they can share.
Right.
But yeah, I think that. But the true creators are going to want to do it themselves. Like you and me.
I want to say hello to Charles Hatmaker and Keith of a Jeep, a drone, and an old man.
Nice.
He does a lot of videos about the battleship Texas. So if you're into old battleships, that's the channel to go to. Because he really keeps you up to date on what's going on. Because it's going to go to a dry dock. I think, if I'm right, it's going to be June. Late May, early June, and then it's going to get all the repairs done on the hull because, hey, this ship is over 100 years old, and it's pretty darn rusted, so gotta take care of that. And then it's going to a new location for tourists to go see it because, it's going to be open tomorrow. Cool.
You know what he needs to do on his channel? I'm just poking around. I didn't have the bell rung, so I made the bell ring. But he needs to add an about section on his channel. Everybody should have an about section. No excuses. Right. You have to do it. So go in there.
That's one thing I learned from Husa Studios back in the day when I was a newbie, just building this channel, and
tell people
they really helped me out.
Tell people what you're about. What is it? It's kind of like a little mini resume. It's like why should people watch your channel? So tell them why they should watch you. What's in it for them? It should be about them too. It's about your viewers. What's in it for the viewer? What are they going to get out of your channel? And then I'm not saying it's going to make your channel huge. Yeah.
Because
Well,
my channel
you do have to
is changing.
Yeah, you do have to like work on that periodically, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But because obviously mine doesn't work great because the channel's small. But still, to have those elements is really important because you want people. It's a busy place. YouTube's a busy place. There's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of channels, a lot of places to go. So you want people to somehow find you and be like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this channel is this is cool. I want to subscribe to this channel.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going off to Alaska, and
It's
so
gonna be fun.
cool. I mean,
I think
are you going to go to the different touristy places, or are you going to go? I mean, there are places where you could do some gold panning right on the beach, man.
maybe. So it'll be a blend, Art. We're gonna do some stuff
Oh, cool.
that's touristy. We're gonna do some stuff that's kind of like you talked about. There's more stuff than there is time, so Lori and I'll have to figure it out.
And it was once part of Russia.
It's awfully damn close.
Yeah.
Didn't Sarah Palin say she could see it from there?
No, that was Tina Fey that said.
Oh, well, Tina Fey, but I thought.
Yeah, so everybody attributes that to Sarah Palin.
But that was Tina Fey as Sarah Palin.
Yep.
That's funny as hell, though.
Yeah.
Okay, it was fiction, but it was still hilarious. But if you look at the map, though, holy crap, they are close.
Well, I bet President Zelensky is probably saying that. I could see the Russians from my house.
Jesus, that's so not funny, but true, yeah. What a mess.
Yes, it is. I mean, there are so many places to go to that you could do a travel thing. I mean, there's Canada. I mean, you're so close to Canada.
I can't get into Canada right now, but yeah, we've been there a whole bunch of times, and we have never properly vlogged Canada. So
well, you got to do it from coast to coast. Go from the maritime provinces and go all the way to British Columbia.
Go BC to Ontario, end to end, yep. West to east.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would
there
actually.
You go.
Yeah, BC is awesome. Really, right on the. Well, now you're
and
talking.
In Ontario, they did a lot of silver mining up there. There's
really?
a channel called Me Miner where he goes to some of these old silver mining empty abandoned mines, and he takes a metal detector and he finds silver nuggets. Or
wow.
He'll find some, he'll go through the tailings and he'll find some pretty, some rocks that have a lot of silver still in it. And it's not just silver, there's cobalt, there's nickel, and a little bit of gold.
A wee little bit of gold.
Yep.
A wee bit.
And there's a lot of crystals you can find up there. Listen, like garnet, rubies,
saying Canada
sapphire.
Caught on to me. No, dude, it's a pain in the ass to go into Canada right now because of the COVID testing and stuff. It just makes it challenging. So we've been being lazy, but
I think that's where Me Miner is from, that Sudbury area. That's where they mine a lot of nickel up there, and they think it was a meteor impact site. They think it was a large meteor that had a lot of nickel content in it.
Ah, well, isn't like well, I guess that's not from a meteor, but Crater Lake in Oregon, is that from a volcano?
That's a volcano.
So is that like what they call an atoll? It's like a somewhat sunken crater. Cause like
yeah, it's the top of the volcano.
Yeah.
That sank in.
It sank in and became a lake, filled with water, became a lake, and that's kind of like Molokini off of Maui is another atoll. I think it looks like a crescent.
Well, an atoll is mostly coral reefs that are almost a circle.
That's what Molokini ends up being, and it's perfect because it keeps the tides away, so you have like 100 and some odd feet of visibility when you snorkel there. It's actually quite amazing.
Oh wow!
Been there, and I didn't vlog it. Lori and I didn't vlog it, but we've been there a few times, and it is really amazing. Cool. I'd like to vlog that very much so. I'd like them to let me take the drone and pop it up from the boat too, and get some aerial shots of Molokini too. I mean, that's someday maybe.
Well, Mr. Enstrom was in Hawaii. He went to the island of Kauai.
Kauai is awesome. Yeah, that's where they filmed some of Jurassic Park.
And he said it rained a lot there, and I guess the seas were too rough for him to do any fishing.
So. Kauai is probably one of the least developed Hawaiian Islands. Yeah, so it's very, very nice because it's like still kind of like Maui's becoming like a mini Honolulu almost. It's just so developed. Mm-hmm. And we watched it change. Lori and I first went there on our honeymoon back in 2001. So to go back, like we were there last in 2019. What a difference. Our 18 years. Oh my goodness. Yep. So many things have been developed.
There's another island that's off the coast of Hawaii called Ni'iau.
Gesundheit.
You can only get there if you're invited.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Now I'm probably gonna pronounce on it's Napili or Napili, I think it is only accessible by boat or plane or something. I think that's a cliffside. I think it's a cliffside off of Kauai, but I'm probably wrong. Yeah, I bet, Scott. I bet.
Yeah, if you could avoid the great whites and the man o' wars and they got sea snakes that are poisonous.
All right, yeah, and they all think people taste like chicken.
Mm-hmm. Where everything is poisonous. Spiders are poisonous.
So I watched this channel that I discovered back when I first got seriously interested in YouTube after I got the Mavic Pro. This channel, Adventure with Bernie. He's based out of Australia. And Bernie was doing travel vlogging and stuff, and he just popped the video up because he works at this place where he showed a spider clip, dude. It was, I don't think Lori saw it, but she would have just screamed like, ah, it's horrible. Thing was as big as our heads.
Oh man,
I'm just not into that. I'm sorry. No. I mean, it looked like you could fry it on a grill, for God's sakes. Maybe they do. Maybe it's spider on the Barbie. I don't know, but tastes like chicken. Dip it in drawn butter. I don't know. Probably everything tastes better dipped in drawn butter.
And they got these annoying birds called kookaburras.
Kookaburras.
They're kind of like crows are here. They steal your food.
Crows are
they're very smart.
Street cleaners. They are very intelligent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
Kookaburras have that funny laugh where they.
Ooh, you should do bird calls, Art.
Well, and that's how you get kookaburras to talk. Yep. But they're part of the kingfisher family.
They're related to
what they do is they'll catch a lizard or something, and what they'll do is they'll smack it on the ground. They kill it or to break it apart.
Tenderize it. They don't have a hammer.
Kind of like James' dog, Marianne, with that little lizard.
Yeah. Yep. I took way more pictures than I thought I
waiting
did.
for James. Come on, James, hurry up. Scarf down those pancakes for the clydes that you're eating.
He's taking his time. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Mm-hmm. So we talked about the Mini 3, and then we talked about outsourcing videos.
What else can we talk about that's
Can you imagine if the Beatles went to somebody and say, hey, we like to outsource our music?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
no.
In a way, there are songwriters that have done that. They'll write a song and they'll get an artist to buy that song and sing it, and it makes them, it'll be a hit. I mean, did you know that? Oh God! Now I'm drawing a blank. He's the guy that sang "Born in the USA."
Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen. He's the one that wrote that hit song that Manfred Mann, "Blinded by the Light."
Oh yeah.
Revved up like a douche in the rubber in the night.
Everybody always exaggerates the douche. Bag.
Dude.
Bag.
And then Bruce later on did that song on his own album. Yep. Mm-hmm.
He did. He did a cover of it.
Yep.
That wasn't what record was that on?
That would be in the early 70s.
I can picture the cover. I can picture the cover of the record too.
Mm-hmm.
Before the River, of course. The River was 1980 or 79 or 80. I forget when the River was.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. Come on, Bill. What record was it? It's pissing me off. I can picture the cover of the record. I don't want to cheat and look. Nah. Don't know. I saw Mr. Springsteen in the E Street Band on the Born in the USA tour, though, in 1984. Back when Clarence was still around. Good old Clarence Clemens. Good stuff. Really good stuff.
Oh, they did Mighty Quinn.
That's not the record I thought it was. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's not what I thought. I gotta cheat and look. I gotta cheat. I'm cheating. Oh, I was thinking it was on Born the Run, but Born the Run is 75. That's not it. Okay. I was thinking it was on Born the Run.
Oh, you're thinking of Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah, I was thinking the Bruce Springsteen record. I was thinking I was Born to Run. So yeah, yep, good stuff. Good stuff. Go back over here. All right, I'm back. I'm back focused on
Scott
the world.
Williams, thank you. Oh, thank you for that super sticker.
Stickers. I like stickers.
I like stickers. Yes, I do. Stickers.
Born in the USA.
Yep.
Was that the album? Yep. I saw Bruce playing at Mile High Stadium. Yep.
What year?
That was back in the, I think, 86? 80, yeah, it was 85, 86.
Probably 85, because I think that's when he toured Born in the USA. And Just like Courtney Cox in the video, he brought a girl up on stage at every concert, and they danced with him. And I remember at the Carrier Dome when I saw him, brought a little girl up on stage. It was adorable. A little girl came up on stage and danced with him. It was really cool. Yeah. He's a cool dude. He's still a cool
This is built into my mixers. I have a Tascam US 232, and it just has one input for XL microphone input, and it has two outputs for headphones, and it's got another input that's a 1/8 inch. You could put a microphone, or you use a combination microphone that has the headset on. Yeah. And it's got 3 buttons. They're pawns that are set up where you have different sound effects, but unfortunately it doesn't work with the vMix. But the effects button, and I could change that towards a female's voice or a bass voice, or I could change it to where where it sounds like I'm in a helicopter.
Helicopter sound?
Gotta open that up.
Kind of sound. Bill's never a big Bruce Springsteen's fan. Well, it's all right. That's why there's different
Blinded by the Light was released in 76.
$1976. America was 200.
All right.
There's the male voice.
That's scary.
And here's the chopper voice. It kind of chops it up. Kind of sounds like Chuck sometimes when his internet is not very good.
That's not cool. This internet's solid. I don't know what's going on.
Or you can do it like this. It's very choppy. I'm here at the airport where I have jets in the background. Or I could do echo.
We're gonna do this.
There we go.
Is that the same soundboard?
Yep.
Nice.
So let's welcome all the way from Lipa City, Philippines. It's James, my BI Dream.
I might just turn off.
Hey. I love it. I love it. Morning, guys.
Hey.
Magadang Umaga.
I'm not going to get a word in edgewise for the next 2 hours now. Locked out.
Oh, I don't think you have much more time left. I feel like I'm a little bit late today. I don't know. Did the time change? Did the time change yet?
No, that's tonight. Actually, tomorrow morning at 2 a.m.
2 in the morning.
So that's a bit. I think that's a bad thing for me because I think I lose an hour with you. It means
yeah, you guys don't change and we go forward an hour.
Yeah,
so
we don't change. And
either
either I gotta get
Need
up
to get up earlier now, James.
Morning, guys in the chat. We've been actually watching. I got you on the big screen up there. We've been. We just finished breakfast this morning.
Keith won't like it either. My friend Keith in Thailand, he ain't gonna like this time change either.
That's hard. That's hard. I mean, I think you need to change your hours in the U.S. start so you can accommodate the rest of the world.
I got a little itch here.
You know what?
I got your itch, Chuck.
Our state legislatures are trying to change it to where we're permanently on standard time.
It should be. It should be like that. Why?
It's technology allows it to be normal. You know, honestly, I'd kind of like it if we just stayed on DST all the time. I like that.
Yeah.
Just give me the extra hour of daylight in the evening, like perpetually, whatever it might be. It's kind of nice.
Problem with that is you need an active Congress to do that. Where if you stay on standard time,
it's just easy. You just go back to standard
state by
time.
state. Yeah, that's easier to do.
Yeah.
And we're not going to go there.
No.
that's for your tomorrow show. It's raining here. Oh crap! It's raining. It rained all night last night.
So I watched it pick a pineapple. You took a lot longer than I did but I was tutored on it on Maui when I twisted it off. It's like a really quick video. I was like, whoosh.
Yeah. Well, that was a. Did you see the size of that pineapple? That was a huge
it was like
pineapple.
Huge. Yeah. But what I found interesting, James, was how you showed how when you I knew you could plant like the top of the pineapple to like grow another pineapple with, but when you showed the rest of the bush that was remaining and you had the suckers on them and stuff.
Well, yeah, cool. I called them suckers, but somebody corrected me. I was reading
what is
the
it
comments.
really?
I think they call it what did they call the?
Because they're like babies, kind of like they're babies.
Yeah, God, it was just in my mind, but my short-term memory.
Parasite.
Well, then the other thing was though is when you showed it up, I couldn't figure out what you were talking about, and then when you showed it up close, it was like, oh, that's what he's talking about on the plant. I could see where they had definite structure, where you could tell that was going to be another pineapple if you separated it and planted it.
And those, cool. They actually say, and I really haven't noticed it. People write in, and that's the real neat thing about the channel, is people get to share. People who are more experienced in certain things like growing, like farming, stuff like that, they write in. And I've always been told, and it's been consistent, although I haven't really observed it, they say that those things that are on the side, not the one that's on the actual pineapple itself, will grow faster. It will grow faster and you get a new pineapple quicker, because it normally takes about 2 years to get a pineapple. But I planted them all. As a matter of fact, that little island right behind us where I picked it yesterday, 3 of them are from the same pineapple.
Okay.
And all 3 of them are about ready to. I picked one of them already, and the other 2 are really close to needing to be picked as well. So that theory that people say that the side shoots. The guy said it's called shoots, not suckers. Not suckers. Shoot. Shoot.
Ooh, we have Art. There are some more people in the chat. Look.
Yes. Hello, David, AZ Drone Dudes, and E-Drone. Welcome. And Stan, flying with Stan.
Yep.
Welcome to the show. Jim's droning. Jim, welcome. Welcome.
Yeah. So anyway, just gotta. I know, James. We had to cut you off because we got
okay.
people. So we got people.
We got people. You gotta recognize those. You gotta recognize those people.
Yeah,
Speaking of people,
so I liked at the end of your video where you recognized your subscribers too, who are kind enough.
Yeah, it's really important. It's really important to recognize the people who support you in your channel. So
we're not we're not financially supported by people, but we certainly, Lori and I do have we kind of have a bit of a posse though, they're the ones that always comment, and it's really fun it's fun when people write to you about your videos.
It is.
And that's why I think we want to grow more than anything. It's like, just because the interaction is so much fun, and it's like you get and it's like for us, it's not just people in the United States. We have like a lot of people in Europe and Britain and Scotland, and it's just so
be careful
cool.
of what you ask for, Chuck. Be careful of what you ask for.
I know, but I'm okay with it. I'm really okay with it. I mean, it's the kind of problem I want to have. It's really fun. So
yeah, I spend probably nowadays about 2 to 3 hours every morning, and that's responding and answering the emails, answering the comment section. The Philippines is awesome, Scott. and as a matter of fact, I don't know if you had a chance to watch yesterday's posting that I did, but
wasn't that the one we were just talking about with the pineapple?
That is one. You did. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, that's the one. So, did you see the guy that came and visited? Yesterday.
I saw you lav them up too. You're using lavs now. That's a new thing for you, isn't it?
No. Remember, I did that. Those are Boya lavaliers. Remember you said you got the real nice. What was the
road? We have all
the road,
stuff.
and I wanted the road, but the road was like twice the price of the Boya, and I wanted to do a comparison. But I got to tell you, I think
they seemed okay.
I think I might be going with the Rode, because you notice my audio when I do the lavalier, it's a little more tony.
But you can mix it. You have to mix it after anyway, so you could mix it. But I thought it was pretty good. I liked when you had your friend from Virginia. He was mic'd up.
Yeah,
and then
he was the only one that had the mic.
Yeah. And then Ness was kind of working off because she was close enough to him. It was kind of working. It just worked. And then
so
you had another GoPro. Did you get a new GoPro? Because the picture seemed picture seemed good. Like, I mean, I thought maybe you had upgraded. It seemed really good.
No, man, that's my old 7. That's my standby.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it worked fine. It worked fine.
The 8 is broken. The 8 is broken. I tried to bring it in. The first 2 to 3 clips on yesterday's episode was the 8. I did a factory reset. I changed everything in it, and then I thought, when I turned it on, because before I did the factory reset, after about 1.5 to 2 minutes, it started freezing up and doing the vertical hold, the horizontal hold thing, and then it would crash, and then you feel the back, and the heat from the battery was just penetrating through. Oh, I said it. Oh, it was just penetrating through the whole case.
I was looking to do that.
Oh, the GoPro. Oh, I beat you to the punchline, Chuck. Sorry about that, man. So it died on me. And then when I did the factory reset and everything, I tried it again, and it went like about 3 minutes. I tested it, and I thought, oh, it's working. Maybe that was it. It just needed the factory reset. But after I got about to my third clip yesterday for the intro of the episode, it totally crapped out on me. It did the same exact thing. So
sucks.
It's really toast. I've tried everything. It's really bad.
Yeah, you should. So you were talking about getting a new GoPro. Maybe you should just bite the bullet and get a new GoPro.
Yeah, that's easy to say. If I were a rich guy like you, I would do something like that.
Not rich, but I mean,
I just can't on the whim go. I can't on the whim go out there and do it. I just paid my taxes. I told you.
We haven't done that yet. I'm not sure what we're in for.
Well, just pay it with your refund.
Refund. That's a joke. So anyway. Yeah, so maybe I'm hoping to go back in the spring back to the U.S. because I think the new GoPro is what, like $539 or something like that. I think so. I think it's around $5 for the just for the camera itself, no accessory package.
And then you have to get all the goodies for it always.
Then you got to get the goodies because everybody's telling me that none of my accessories for my 5, 6, 7, and 8 will work. Will work with the 10.
Probably true. You have to get. Like, I don't know do you use ND filters, James, or do you just run like whatever frame rate?
Never. I thought
you ran I thought so because like you're you don't have motion blur in your stuff typically, but you're vlogging, so it's not like critical.
Yeah.
But like
I run all 4K at 24 frames. I don't run the 60 frames.
24 frames is nice, but you still have to use an ND to slow down the shutter, or your shutter is gonna be super fast.
Yeah. It seems to be okay. It's for doing the. Oh, that was a big bird. For doing the
big.
Yeah, we heard
that. Any food around, it'll come by and just grab it and fly off with
it. No, the 24 frames per second seems to work good for doing the type of backyard. There's no fast motion or anything like that where I need to do any type of slow motion effects or anything. That's how it works for me.
Yeah, I film everything in 24. Lori and I film everything in 24 frames, but most of our cameras we slow down to 1/50th of a shutter, and then
no ND filters. Remember, I talked with you before about what ND filter should I get for the drone. We talked about that several times, but it seems
I like VNDs. I like VNDs for the drone, but a lot of guys say that's a bad idea because you get what they call it, vignetting. And you get some, well, it changes things. You're better off with set NDs like 4, 8, 16, 32, and like where you are in the Philippines, you're probably using a 32 all the time.
Yeah.
Probably, unless it was like raining, then you probably use a 16 or maybe an 8. But anyway, you could just get fixed ones and put them on there. And
Is it Charles said, I thought it was some kind of snake. Speaking of snake, that triggered me right there when he said the word snake. We have snakes here in the Philippines, but nothing. And the ones that are big, they're huge, but you rarely see them. I mean, they have like boa constrictors over here that stretch out, like about 15, 20 feet long. They cross the entire 2 lanes of our streets inside here, and they're huge. They're like this big around. And we've only seen one in the 5 years that we've been here. But I watched this interesting video. When you open up YouTube sometimes and it says the featured video.
Yeah.
And there's one that caught my attention. They caught my attention because we're from Charleston, South Carolina, and we have. Oh my God, South Carolina has about the biggest snake population of any place I've been around the world. Yeah, even our back, and we have
Art's gonna share a comment, I think. No, the other one, the unlimited vertical Art, that one too.
Yeah, there's some prehistoric. Yeah, the prehistoric things around here. Some of these things that look like little mini reptile dinosaurs around here. Anyway, what caught my attention was this video thumbnail on there that said it was about snakes in South Carolina. Watch how this guy pulls these tin roof things in or on the east coast of South Carolina.
Yeah.
And they do the water moccasins, the copperheads, and they're all over. And there's so many, and that's exactly what we have in our backyard in the U.S. I kill about 6 of them every year in our backyard, and they're really they're one of the most poisonous snakes in the world. And I watched them, and I watched this guy. I got to tell you, and they're in the woods. They're in all the pine forests all over around. I imagine somewhere. It looks like around Myrtle Beach, and they're pulling off. They're going in the woods, and they're wearing shorts with their legs exposed, no guards on their legs or anything, and they're pulling over all these tin roofs that are laying in the woods all over. And almost everyone that they pull is like a copperhead, almost under, and then all these other they have racer snakes and all these other big snakes. Yeah. But the guys know so much, and it freaks me out. They know so much about snakes. They know which ones are the venomous ones and which aren't. And they're picking up the snakes that are non-venomous. And they're big. They're big snakes. And I watched this guy on the video. He picks up the snake, and the snake bites him 3 times in the finger, right? And he doesn't go, whoa! He doesn't do that. He's just like, and he pulls the snake away, and he's like, oh man, he got me again. And then he picks us, and then the snake goes, boom! Bite right back on the finger again, and he's bleeding. He's got blood going down there. And he says, "It's not a problem. It's non-venomous. I don't really worry about these things." I'm like, "Are you serious?" And I couldn't finish. I couldn't finish watching the video. I was getting so ickied out and everything like that from that. It's like,
yeah, we have bull snakes here in Colorado, and we got rattlers too.
So I've seen the rattlers in Colorado when I was in the Springs. In your neck of the woods, I saw them when I was there. Yeah, and I saw them when I was in Texas. In Texas, they were.
Lori and I have crossed paths with rattlers, and they're around. And we've been to Colorado, and we've been to California, and we didn't wander much in Texas, so we would have stumbled into them. But
there's actually rattlesnakes in South Carolina too. I've seen them, but nothing like the copperheads and the water moccasins and as much as those. They're all over the place there.
Yeah. Well, Lori and I are kind of wondering what we're gonna do. Like they sell bear spray in like Alaska, so when we go there, we're like, maybe we should carry some bear spray because like that's a little intimidating. We saw a bus have to stop for a bear in one of the vlog videos we were watching. I mean, freaking bear was big enough to stop a bus.
Wow.
It was freaking huge.
But you're talking about the bear spray. There's actually snake pellets. It looks like fertilizer, and you can put it around, and it's supposed to repel snakes probably.
Well, I've hiked in the Adirondacks for it was like a 2-week thing with a bunch of guys. With our assistant scoutmaster took us, and we carried mothballs. So we had a box of mothballs, and we put mothballs around. That's kind of
what it smells like.
The bears would sniff, and the mothballs repel they kind of like turn the bear away. It just is like ill.
Yeah. Well, Ness made me buy it, and she's like, she was freaking out when she saw the one water moccasin came on our back porch by our sunroom in the U.S. right at the door where you have to open the door to go outside, and it was sitting there right coiled up right on the little carpet where you wipe your feet coming inside, and most of the time you walk outside, you don't even look down, you just know you open the door and you walk outside, and that she said, oh, you got to get those snake pellets. I know they sell snake pellets. You got to go. So I covered the whole yard, but I don't think they really work so good because we still had snakes all the time, even though I put that stuff down.
You know what works good with snakes? A lawnmower.
Yeah.
Give him a crew cut.
Little slices, dices, Julian fries them. So like my dad found a family of garter snakes in the wood pile behind the house in New York. Yeah, he didn't think so. He came out with a hatchet and
oh man, they take care of the little mice.
Yeah, well,
your little dogs.
Well,
that's where karma got.
Oh, rat snake. Yeah, that's what we have. We have
rat snakes will eat rattlesnake.
Yeah, I've in our backyard.
Do garter snakes really eat like rodents? That's awesome if they do.
Yeah, they'll eat small mice.
Awesome.
But the rat snake. I've seen the rat snake, and the rat snake was only, and they're big. They're actually big, but we'll have one like about this big in the backyard. But they'll have something in their cavity,
they're digesting
like
something
this big that they're digesting as it's going down inside there.
That's cool. Ooh, mongoose. Yeah, like mongooses are cool.
Yeah. And I try when I see those, I don't kill those. Because they're back there taking care of all the rodents and things like that. So, but it's just the moccasins that scare the heck out of me.
Yeah, they freak me out too. Oh, my gimbal is locked. Nice, it's locked.
Well, James, I miss your raccoon camp. You haven't done that.
I got a problem. I got a problem back in the U.S. on that one. There's an issue. So next time we go back, I got to fix whatever the issue is. It's not online right now. It's offline.
Right.
I got to see what's going on with that. I had a problem. Something happened that interrupted services and here and there. So next time we go back, I get to fix. Did you see? Like I said yesterday, we had. It's been insane, and you didn't get to see all the visitors that have been coming here. It seems like after they're starting to relax the restrictions for the pandemic, although they're not relaxing anywhere around here. The mask thing, everybody's still, you cannot go anywhere in any public place without the mask. It's 100% mask still here. But when you're like visiting people's houses and stuff like that, and away from the city, people, and let me tell you, people show up here. Did you see how many people? First of all, did you see how many people? And that's not everybody. That's the one that I just happened to say, oh, let's do a selfie over here. It's like the floodgate has been opened for people, because people are coming into the Philippines now. They're flying in. They're doing tourism now. They're visiting their families. People coming over here to buy properties and build everything like that. So I think people are sick and tired of 2 years of being so cooped up, and they're like, we're going to go ahead and execute our dreams and our plans to do all these things. So they're coming over. And, when they come to the Philippines, this is weird. They come to the Philippines and it's like, okay, we're going to the Philippines. And what's on our itinerary? We're going to go to Bacolod. We're going to go to all these Bohol. We're gonna go to all these resorts, and we're gonna stop by Villa Feliz. We seem to be on that list.
There you go.
And we're getting
you're on that list with Boracay, El Nido, Villa Feliz.
So we're filling. I don't remember, honestly, in the past 2 months. I do not remember a weekend that either. Both Saturday and Sunday, we didn't have people that came and dropped by. They'll get off the plane from like the United Kingdom. They'll get off the plane and instead of going to they'll stop here first before they go to their family's house and stuff like that. So we've been really active here. So it's been crazy around here. So.
Whew.
There you go.
Yeah, I saw there was a deal on the Mavic Air 2, and I also saw there's an Air 2S Flymore combo that's been marked down a little bit on, what was it? Drone Nerds in Florida was selling it a little cheaper. So, the Air 2S is where it's at. As far as, if you want to, is that what you picked up, James, an Air 2S?
Air 2S, yeah. And I'm happy. I'm happy.
You
I'm
will
happy.
be. That's a great drone.
I gotta tell you, I did the calibration last week. Yeah. Since the last, I did both. It didn't tell me I needed to do it, but since you guys are like scolding me,
well, it's a good idea. You're always flying around the villa, so like if you just
I'm right here.
You do it, you're good. You're like good.
Yeah, I didn't notice any difference. I mean, it was stable before I did it, and it's still stable. But it better be safe than sorry, because maybe
I think it's a really good idea to do that stuff whenever you update firmware or software. Just do it, because it's so it only took you a couple minutes, right? I mean,
it was really fast, and it's nice.
Yeah,
it shows you
with this thing. I might as well turn it on, and while I'm waiting for satellites, I might as well calibrate the IMU, calibrate the compass, make sure the props are okay. And
well, the compass was super easy, because it's basically you do the 360
the little dance.
The little dance. That was super easy. But when it shows you, because it shows you the pictures on the screen when you do the IMU calibration, and I'm trying to look, what's the orientation of that thing? Because you got to do it. You got to do it like this way.
And then you got like I think you put it like this,
and then you do a vertical, and
then like you got to put it like up on balance and on its back, and then
and it's kind of hard to see, because it's got the camera, because you got to look, where's the camera, because you don't know where the front and the pictorial is. Where's the front, and which is this, the left or the right side that I'm looking at? So it was a little confusing. I'm a little slow when it comes to those kind of things. But,
do I go clockwise or counterclockwise?
Do I go clockwise? Yeah, exactly.
And that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. So,
and it tells you for the IMU. Remember, it says have a flat level surface, that because it wants you to just sit it down on there. And it kind of leans just a little bit. Well, I didn't have.
It does, but that's expected though, James. So the lean is fine.
Yeah, I didn't have a flat. That was my bad. And I probably need to do IMU again. Because I did the calibration on the edge of the swimming pool under our dowel stone, and it's rough. It's rough. It's not a flat.
You should just do it on a nice flat table. Because,
I'll be redoing that. Yeah, I'll be redoing
it's not. It doesn't take long, and then
then
the drone it'll know the way it's supposed to be. Well, it knows which way's up. Basically, is what it knows.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what.
But I think no matter what you do, even if you did it totally wrong, it's going to tell you you're good to go. You're good to go, because it's going to base everything on the calculation.
The Mavic 2 series, when it came out, the instructions were wrong. Do you remember that? Oh, you probably don't remember that, Art. You didn't have one until recently, but the instructions were wrong. They were in the wrong order. So somebody had gone through and said, here's the order, ignore the pictures, this is what you have to do. And then they fixed it in a firmware update and fixed the soft, because Go 4 had it. It would tell you like to do this instead of like this or something. It was like in the wrong order, which is kind of a problem. And it would fail the IMU calibration, because it was like you're doing the wrong thing.
Mm. Well, I think I'm going to do the IMU again for sure. The compass was easy. I think I'm good to go with that, but I need to do the IMU one more time. And hey, do you notice anything different today?
You're pointed towards the house.
Oh, that.
There's no construction.
No construction.
Ooh, I didn't notice.
Yeah, it's quiet. It's quiet. You don't hear hammers. You don't hear mixers going.
Just hear the birds. Yeah.
Almost every Saturday night, the contractor from across the street, Romeo from Caribbean Construction, almost every Saturday night. I wouldn't even know. Being retired, you never know what day of the week it is. I wouldn't know what day of the week it is, except for the fact that he shows up here on our doorstep in the backyard every Saturday night. That's when I know what day of the week it is. And because the guy that came yesterday, Mark, that was the one I got the phone message from, like hey, I'm coming your way. I'm like, who are you? I didn't. It's Mark. Yeah.
Which one?
Mark, Mark who? Well, anyway,
Mark, you know, that guy.
Yeah, Mark said when Mark showed up here, he came down and he said, "Oh, I love your channel. And he said, I want to do something for you guys. Can I take you guys out to dinner tonight?" And Nessa's oh yeah, let's go out to dinner. So we were going to go out to dinner, and then next thing I know, Romeo shows up here and he's got two big S&R pizzas, New York style pizzas, and everything like that. I said, "Oh, Mark, this must be Saturday night." So I said, "Well, we'll have to do the going out another time." But that's the only way. That's the only way I know what day of the week it is here is when Romeo shows up with beer or pizza. That was fun. We do that pretty much every Saturday night. But for you, Art, you kind of your situation kind of parallels what Mark is. Most of the people that come here, they're already married to a Filipina, and they're looking at properties, they're looking at building houses, making plans for stuff like that. And we talk about different type of visas and how to get permanent resident visas over here. But this guy, he's been living here for 4 years, and he's okay. I'll build it up. Mark has been here for 4 years. He lives in Manila. He rents an apartment in Manila. He's on a tourist visa. He's been on a tourist visa for 4 years, but he has most of the things, the worldly things that you would think you would normally need if you lived here permanently. He has a new car. He has a new car that he purchased that he owns over here. He's got a Philippine driver's license. He has a Harley. You should have seen the pictures of the Harley. Yeah, he bought a really nice. It's brand new, as a matter of fact. He just got it just recently up there. But I'm like, and you're only over here on a tourist visa? I said, but he has the ACR card. You know, when you have a permanent resident. So somehow some of the stuff that he's done for all the time that he's been over here as on a tourist visa is translated over to, and I think they call it a 9A or 9 something, not the 13A, 13G, like the permanent resident visa, like most people get, or the SRV. He has, I think, a 9A, he said. But I'm like, how's that working out for you? And but he still has to go to the Bureau of Immigration and update things now. But he's able to do things. He's been able to do things that was kind of weird. He's able to open like a bank account over here, because we couldn't open a bank account until we had a permanent resident visa. Wow. when we first moved over. But he's got a bank account, and he actually has property over here, but through his significant other's name. So he's doing something like that. But it's interesting hearing other people's stories. But the fact that he has nothing back in the U.S., nothing. He sold everything.
Wow.
And everything. He has nothing, according to what he was explaining to us, if I got everything correct. And he's got an apartment that he rents up there. But of course, you can actually buy an apartment or a condo in the Philippines as a foreigner. You can't own the land it sits on.
That's right.
You can't own the land, but you can actually buy it. That's what you can buy over here. But he's renting, and they have some property. He and his what he calls his friend. His friend, they have land over near Tagaytay, over near the ocean on the west coast here. They have some property over there, so that's what they were actually over here talking, or he was over here talking to the contractor next door about the possibility of maybe contracting with him to do a build for he and his friend.
Nice.
Nice. But so for you, because I don't know what your long-term plans are, stuff like that. But you're always talking about the Philippines, and it's actually you can do a lot. I guess you can do a lot on a tourist visa that I wasn't aware of. And I know people extend. People have been over here for many years, because it normally starts out you get like a 1 month tourist visa. And then you can move it over to and get extended to like 6 months. And then at 6 months, you can extend it out and you can, it's almost like you can do it forever.
Hey, Jim.
Jim Beauchart.
Jim
Beauchart. I thought you were out on a date. I thought this was date night.
Probably didn't take but a minute. He's back.
Jim.
Right? About a minute.
Loved your video, man. As a matter of fact, I watched it, and then we had a bunch of guests here last night, and I pushed it on the big screen here in the pavilion, and I said, you guys have got to watch this. Although I think most
Which one
of them
was it?
said
The old man Periwinkle gets arrested. I gotta watch that one. I started
it's
to.
The guy.
I get back to it.
Yeah, it's the one
With
where
the outtakes.
Jim is showing all his derriere in the front of the liquor store.
Oh my!
I got to tell you, that was pretty bold. I've seen your other videos before, and I think you crossed over, Jim. That was good. You got a lot of views. You got a lot of views in a short time on that one. I saw that.
Yeah.
There you go. You're on your way, Jim. You're a star, man.
I told you, man. I told you. You know what we talked about offline. Yep. And the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, Uncle Bill snowblind my white butt cheeks.
That's fun.
You know, at first, at the very because I watched it on the laptop here. I got up in the morning. I'm like, oh, Jim's got a new video. Boom! And I clicked on it, and I'm looking at it, and of course the picture is a little bit smaller right here, and I'm like, oh, you could say you were wearing the thing on the mask thing on the top and all. And when I saw the bottom projection of the body, I'm like, oh, he's got some kind of prosthesis or some type of some kind of costume going on down there. And then later on, I'm watching, as I'm looking, oh God, that's Jim. That's the real Jim.
Oh my God, I'm just playing it now with the tube socks and everything, and the freaking Jesus, Jim, what the that shit's just wrong.
Who the? 8% of the views are from the Peel Regional Police.
All right, I got like number 45.
Wow.
Oh, I gotta watch this later.
Yeah.
Well, his ass is pretty tight, actually. It's pretty impressive.
It's burned in my mind. I don't think I'm ever going to get that out of my memory now. It's like, as much as I'm going to try.
Oh, Jim, you've been doing lunges and shit. What's up with that?
Yeah, the number one comment is, I can't unsee that.
I can't unsee that.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's ballsy,
now we know
man.
where those
that's ballsy
butt
right there.
commercials came from. Remember the butt commercials where they were doing them? What was that, earlier this year, where you saw the commercials where you see the cheeks moving?
Yeah, Bill. He's got some big thighs on him, doesn't he?
Yeah. But I got
thrusting thighs for his woman.
I got to make an observation.
Good for penetration.
An observation is that, I've always said Canadian people are some of the nicest people in the world. They're very, very kind. But I got to tell you, the Canadian policemen they are so very kind. I don't know if
he was breaking up. He was trying to hard time keeping a straight face. What really disappointed me is I wasn't able to get the very beginning because my cameraman was crapping his pants as soon as he saw
I bet. I bet.
Turned it off, and I said, Tommy, run it. This is neat. This is gold. This is what we want. Reaction. Yeah. He says, no, I got to wait for him to give me authorization. I said, it's the 21st century. Everybody films the cops. If he says, get that camera out of my face, turn that off, well, then do it.
Yeah, don't do it till he says turn it off.
Just a minute, Jim. I'm getting a phone call. Yut's Comedy Club in Toronto. They want to book you for next weekend.
You guys are crazy.
I got to tell you, I miss the old Jim Carrey type slapstick humor. I really miss that because he's kind of you don't really see much from Jim Carrey anymore. But I think you are the follow-on. I think you're the follow-on guy to Jim Carrey. I got to tell you, I miss that.
20 years ago, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I see big things coming our way from that. But those
James, I finally watched an episode of What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh yeah.
What we do.
I saw it on Hulu.
What do you think?
To Hulu.
Was I right? Was I right?
I need to watch some more. I'm like going. Oh.
What'd you do? Did you just watch the first one? Like the
very first one, yeah.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better and better and better.
Jump right to the episode called The Orgy. Oh my god.
That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah. But don't cut to it. Don't go to it. Work your way up to it. You have to work your way.
Next time, stop every third step and smack that ass. Oh my God, Bill's on fire tonight.
Well, I don't know. I have to look to see if they're going to do a new season, because I don't think they are. I think they're done. I think they ran like 3 seasons or something like that, and but they left. Is it 4th season? Maybe 4th season. We watched everyone.
I think they're coming out.
And I hope they come back. They left the opening at the end of the last episode of the last season, where they didn't kill themselves off or anything. I don't want to, give you any previews to what's going on. But they can come back with another season if whoever produces them and the networks will bring them back on again. But it's one of the funniest. Yeah.
Hi, Jody. So
for all you Trekkies, Picard is done after season 3. They're finishing up season 4 of Discovery, and in May, Strange New World starts up. That looks pretty cool. And that's the Enterprise before Kirk comes in. This is with Captain Pike. Ouch.
What are you killing?
Oh yeah, when the temperature changes in the Philippines, when we go from the winter, what we call winter, when it gets soaked down in the really cold temperatures of about 75 degrees Fahrenheit here, and it starts warming up, the flies start coming out like crazy around here.
Flies start hatching.
Yeah, so we sit
Ours
back
move
here.
Really slow right now. Jim knows that.
And Ness has fruit. She has fruit all over the place. And I picked yesterday. You can still see the fruit up there on the counter. That's a bunch of the stuff that's still the stuff that we picked. I got that pineapple that I picked yesterday. It's actually sitting. Where is it? It's somewhere around here. It's in the house. I put it inside the house. I got to cut that up because it's really ripe. I pulled that off really ripe. But because everything is ripening up, that attracts the flies around here.
Yes.
And yeah. You want to see my
mud ball. Welcome.
You want to see my high tech
mud ball?
See my high tech laptop stand right here? Yeah. That's I spare nothing when it comes to technology.
Spare no expense.
And YouTube videos here.
You know that's true for me, but
the Enterprise. My step uncle was on the bridge of the Enterprise when that rocket went off on the deck that started the fire. That one of the bombs punched a hole through the deck, and
who was? Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, are we talking Star Trek?
Sort of.
No, who was it? Scott Williams was on the carrier Enterprise.
Oh,
the real deal. Beaushark.
And now it's in the scrap yard right now.
So
scrap.
Do they on for the Star Trek one the
Night Jim.
On the top where it says Enterprise, doesn't it say something like CVN up there or something like they do on the aircraft?
No, it says
USS Enterprise. Is that what it is?
Or is it? No, it's NCC Enterprise now.
Yeah. So what is that? What's NCC? You Star Trek people?
I don't know. It's just
not completely cool. Something.
Well, I think it's still USS Enterprise, but the NCC is just the designation. You know, like if you watch Enterprise with Scott Bakula, that was the NX-01, which was the very first ship in Starfleet. And the Columbia was NX-02, which was the sister ship.
Welcome to ArtCo, Star Trek Solutions.
Nerdco Solutions.
I've got to get caught back up on all those. You guys are so far. One of our guys.
That's right. It says NCC 1701.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta get caught back up on all the old Star Trek and the Star Wars. I haven't watched those in ages. I'm still back on when R2D2.
Well, if you have Paramount Plus, you could watch them all.
Well, we did.
We did the original series.
We did.
Yep.
We did have Ness. I told you Ness subscribes to like everything, but sometimes what she does is we kind of exhaust, or she'll exhaust pretty much everything she really wants to see on that, like Peacock, the Peacock thing. We had Peacock for a while there, and it's like she watched everything on Netflix. She's okay. I'm unsubscribing from that, and I'm moving over to that's my alarm system around here. And then I'll move on. She subscribed to another one of those subscription-based services, Disney Plus, and then she'll watch that for a while, and she'll unsubscribe. And she gets them all though. So Jim, what's your next project, man? You're gonna give us a sneak. You're gonna give us a sneak peek. You got us yearning for more, man.
I don't know. I kind of thinking of one along the lines of "Don't try this at home."
I'll be right back.
Oh, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that one. Yeah, that's my security system here. They're good. They're good.
So, Jim, you weren't on Ken's show the other night.
No, he had some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
And I was interested because the clip I sent him was 3 minutes and 19 seconds, which is unheard of. And I know he was going to edit the heck out of it. So it would have been interesting to see what he would have put in his version, knowing that I was going to put mine on Friday. So he didn't show the weekly bow chart, but I kept my version and downloaded that, scheduled it for the Friday morning.
I see.
Canadian Bacon TV.
Well, hello, Lee. Good to see you. Yellow Rose drone. Or in Espanol, that'd be Amarillo Rosé Drones.
Did we get any more information on that Mini 3 at the start of the show? Is that what you were talking about, Art?
It's going to be small.
Smaller than the 2?
Yeah. It'll still be under 249 grams. But from what I found, it's going to have obstacle avoidance, bigger camera, and longer battery. That's just what I've been picking up.
That's what everybody wanted.
Yeah.
Decent alike.
Battery life.
Decent alike.
Yeah. Need more battery life.
Oh, it flies long enough, man. The Mini flies like 25
Mine's like 30. Mine's like 30 or 31, something like that.
The Mini 2 does fine on its little itty bitty batteries. It's great. You get I mean, I carry 4 of those things around, and it's like,
well, I project
2 hours of flight time. It's great.
I project they're going to move, at some point. DJI will go over to the Li 4, the lithium iron phosphate batteries, like they do in the Tesla batteries and stuff like that, so that you can pull those things out and, like, in a matter of like 20 or 30 minutes, have a full charge back in it, so that you can get back in the air again with those. I hope that's the next advancement that they do.
Scott wants to know what's the latest camera sensor. Chuck, what did we find out about on the camera sensor side on the Mini 3?
I didn't notice, but there's still speculation on that, I think. But I suspect it'll be a half-incher.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
I can relate to that.
The Mavic 3 battery. I mean, what the hell's this thing made of?
Yeah, it was. I saw you pull the battery. I figured you were looking to see.
Yeah.
Does it tell you? It should tell you.
It's printed awfully small for my old eyes, man. I have to take a picture.
Yeah, go get your readers on.
I got a camera for that. That's what I got the phone for.
I do that too.
Speaking of batteries, I got to get somebody. I'm trying to coordinate with an electrician to come out
lithium
here and
ion polymer.
Ooh,
lithium ion polymer. I don't know that one. Maybe that's
they're lipos, right? They're still lipos.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, but they need to go up to the phosphate, the lithium iron phosphate, which is the life force.
How will that affect weight, James? Weight?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. That's maybe it's an influencer. I don't know.
It's a big ass battery, though.
Yeah, but the thing about it is the speed at which, because that's what they're putting in the vehicles. That's why you can go to these charge stations, and you can actually charge within a reasonable amount of time at a charging station when you're driving long distance using the battery powered vehicles.
Actually, yeah, Billy Kyle was talking about that the other night.
But speaking of the batteries, I did that one video on the EcoFlow Delta Pro. Yeah, and I didn't realize there's a real big difference between the international version and the U.S. version. We're kind of left behind using the international version. I thought it had the same exact capabilities for interfacing and be able to use it as a full backup and basically go off the grid on your house over here like you can do in the U.S. Ooh. But they didn't put a lot of the interfaces. They didn't put the interfaces that's necessary for you to be able to easily interface it with, like, an automatic transfer switch or a manual transfer switch. So I'm going to try to do limited capability to be able to do, as a minimum, just what you need in an emergency for a blackout or a brown, what we call brownouts over here. So I have to get an electrician to come in. We're going to pull the automatic transfer switch out. I already did the test. I rewired the whole system to where it goes from the generator, the old diesel generator room, where it goes into the ATS. And it shows, the light comes on, says your generator is ready to go, but it won't do an automatic, it won't let you manually or automatically transfer over to the battery backup, because it's also looking for certain information that would be reporting from a generator, which is like your oil sensor to make sure that you don't have low oil pressure so you don't damage your generator. It's also looking for the flywheel frequency for the stabilization of the power that's going to your house. And you don't have a flywheel on a battery backup system. You don't have any of that. So it won't allow it to do the transfer over from the grid over to your generator or your battery backup. So I'm looking for someone to come out here and remove the old ATS and install the manual transfer switch. And it would be very easy. I could do it. Had my electrician who built the house knew what he was doing when he was doing all the electrical inside here, and he made some really critical mistakes about how he integrated into the wall between what they call the air breaker and the main circuit breakers inside the house, which makes it basically we have to do a really evasive installation, meaning we have to chip out the wall.
Ooh.
We have to go there. And so the way he ran some of the wires it's going to be very difficult. It's not that it can't be done. but it wasn't a real simple what I wanted to do to be able to get the EcoFlow working into our emergency backup situation. So stand by for that video.
Scott Williams wants to know if there's much renewable energy there.
When you say renewable energy, are you talking about like solar and
solar?
They have it all. They have it all. They have it all. They have it all. They even have wind turbines up there. But although the wind turbines are in there, from what I've seen, and I keep reading up about renewable energy or green energy or backup power supplies. Solar is big over here right now, and it's getting bigger all the time. They're starting to actually integrate solar farms in with some of the utility companies. So that's happening over here. You're seeing solar panels pop up on houses left and right over here. You're seeing net metering implementation is becoming the norm over here too, where you sell back from your collection, right, whatever you don't use, that's going back into the grid for the electric companies, and they're giving you credits for that. So yeah, the Philippines, people who have been thinking about retiring in the Philippines and stuff like that, in the years past, it's been like, man, do I really want to go back to the Stone Ages by doing kind of stuff? But they've caught up really fast. It's sort of like I'll give you a comparison. When we went I lived in South Korea for like 7 years, and when I first got to South Korea, there was nothing. There was all these little houses, tin houses, and there was like almost no internet into those people's houses and stuff like that. But they were so far behind when the West was so advanced and developing the technology and everything. They weren't doing anything. But what they ended up doing, they waited, and they capitalized on all the brand new technologies that everybody else had already developed, and they implemented it all at one time in their country, and they used the latest and greatest. So where you see people have these little shacks, one-room shacks with a tin roof over there, they had high-speed fiber internet coming into their house all at one time, and that's kind of what's happening in the Philippines right now. The availability of building materials, of high-tech stuff, it's here. You have to look for it, but it's here. You just have to go on channels like ours, and people getting together and they say, oh yeah, I have this, or I have this, just contact this person or that person or this company, but it's here. So the answer in short, the technology, it's here. It's all here now.
What about geothermal?
That I haven't seen. I've heard someone was making a comment. One of my subscribers said that he was installing that. He was installing that in his property somewhere on one of the islands where he's off grid. He's totally off grid on an island that doesn't. Yeah. And he was talking about that, but that was a long time ago, and that was one instance. So I don't know if that's something that's popular over here. And I kind of doubt it right now, since nobody's really talking about it.
All right, guys, we're coming up on 2.5 hours, so
we are.
It's about time to shut this puppy down. I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming, and stay tuned. Next week we'll have more exciting information on drones and other stuff. So thank you for coming, and you all have a great weekend. God bless. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.